Hello Nidhi,
Hello,
welcome to Builder Pro. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So I was just sitting and talking to the PRO, and he was telling me like what the day has been like,
Yeah.
and he told me that you came at 7:30 in the morning
Yes.
here, and since then you have been doing interviews. How many interviews have you done so far?
I've done about 7, 8 today.
My God. Okay.
This would be 9 and then 3 more to go. After you, 3 more to go.
So is giving interviews work,
Yeah.
or do you like talking?
I like talking. I love to talk and I love to listen. But when there's a time thing and when it's different people, then it gets a bit taxing. And also, it depends on who you're talking to, right? With some people, the conversation is great. With some people, it's like, when is it going to get over?
Yeah.
So
I hope this is not one of those
no.
conversations.
I've seen your some of your interviews and stuff. So I'm sure we'll have a good conversation.
Hopefully, the
Yeah.
expectations are
Expectations
too high
are
now.
high.
And I really wanted to say this. I'm surprised that you have been wearing the same
Yeah,
dress.
but
Yeah.
listen, how to get so many nice outfits?
I
It's
know,
very
right?
difficult to like stuff, huh?
See, because I've done a couple of interviews, like especially one interview where the actress was changing her clothing for every interview. The interview would be 15 minutes or 20 minutes, but then the break would be 30 minutes.
Yeah, it
So I was
takes
sitting there, and there was
time.
some 3 interviews before me. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, when is this ordeal gonna end? So I'm
Oh
glad you're
God.
not.
Yeah. Because it's very difficult for me to like an outfit.
Really?
It is.
Why?
I don't know. I think because I like clothes, I'm very fond of like dressing up and everything. My mom used to be a designer, so clothes has always been a part of my life. So I need to really like something to wear it. So I cannot find like 50 outfits that I really like for an entire promotional spree, like maybe 10. That's a good number. Yeah.
Okay. Now coming to your story, it's almost like that line from Goodfellas goes, right?
Mhm.
Ever since I remember, I wanted to be a gangster.
Absolutely.
So ever since you remember, you wanted to be
An
why?
actor.
And two things: why acting, and secondly, after you entered this field and after you became an actor, was it exactly like what you thought it would be?
Okay, so to answer the first part of your question, why?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Hmm.
But whenever I used to watch a film, it could be a song, a film, it could be a hoarding of Aishwarya Rai or anybody for that matter, I would just feel like I'm going to do that. So it's like destiny and manifestation combined. It's like one of those things. Either I got an intuition when I was very young that I'm going to do this, or I wanted to.
Hmm.
So I used to always like look at actors and feel like they're not human. And Deepika Padukone, her sister used to be in my school.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying this.
Yeah.
But when you saw her for the first time, you were like, "Oh yeah, so actors are
A
after all human beings."
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was my breaking point. I was like, okay, so maybe I can be an actress. It is possible because
How old were you?
in that school incident
I mean-
would be like maybe 14, 15. But I wanted to ever since I can remember.
So that is what made you say that okay, acting is something possible.
It is
because it's
possible.
After all, a human
It
thing.
seemed impossible,
Hmm.
I mean, coming from Bangalore, not knowing anyone, anything, nothing, like zero. Nobody even creative in my family. It's all business. So, yeah.
And then has it been exactly what you thought it would be?
No, it's not been the
So
way.
what's the difference?
Everything is different. I think I had a very different picture of acting, actors, the amount of work that goes in, behind the scenes, what happens. I think I had a very naive, kind of expectation of what it would be, but it's completely different. I mean, it is not one of the most, but it's a very difficult profession to be a part of because it's not driven by just creativity and how good you are, and it's not about that. There's a lot more that comes into play.
So what was the breaking point like when you realized that okay, this is not all roses? Do you remember a
I
specific?
think yeah. So when I left Bangalore, I wanted to try to become an actress. So I went to Bombay. I asked my parents for a year's time. They gave me a year. They said in this 1 year, if something happens, great. If nothing happens, better. So that was literally there, what they told me. So in that 1 year, I kind of realized that, okay, this is not easy. I used to think if I keep like a Facebook DP or something, some director will see this and he's going to be like, listen, do you want to be in my film? But no, that's not even remotely how it works.
You keep hearing these stories, right? I don't know whether they're true or not, but they sound too good to be true because I keep hearing actresses or even actors say that, oh yeah, I was at this shopping mall and the director saw me
Yeah,
and
I
he
mean,
asked me.
I guess for some people that happens very lucky,
Yeah.
you know, but for people like me, I'm not an accidental actor. I am like a very auditioned actor, I would say. I've given so many auditions, obviously faced many, you face more rejections than, it's mostly a no than yes. So all of that, and yeah, today I'm here. But you know, sometimes people who say that, I see them doing guest roles in other films, and I'm like, okay, then why were you there? You know, if you didn't want to become an actor, what were you
Yeah.
doing on set?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, to each their own.
He's Harihara Veeramallu. Okay, I'm not talking about the inclusion of Mr. Pawan Kalyan, but as
Okay.
a story,
Yeah,
is this a story that you would love to see on the big screen?
absolutely yes. And this is not a biased opinion of mine because I'm a part of the film, but I love a film with high moments. I think it started with that film with Leonardo DiCaprio, no? Wall Street.
Wolf of
Wolf of Wall
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
You know, so there are certain films that have very high moments, and I think that's what I kind of like as an audience.
I'm surprised you say Wolf of Wall Street as an example for high film because that's a very unusual choice.
Yeah, but that the high moments in Wolf of Wall Street are very high. Like you literally get an adrenaline rush. Even a show like Stranger Things, so many high moments. You know, so I love watching content which has those few peaks, you know, in the film. So I feel like our film has that, and visually, it's a visual spectacle which I feel should be enjoyed in the theater. It's not going to look the same on the phone or on the TV screen or anything, but on screen it is going to be an experience. So that, and I love period films. I've always liked period films, whether it was Devdas or Bajirao or Magadhira, Bahubali. I have always liked that world, and as an actor, I've always dreamt of being a part of that world. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
And you see, we'll come to the movies and that part later. But since we are talking about Harihara Veeramallu, all of us know. I don't want to bore you
Yeah.
with the same question, but all of us know that this film has had a journey of its
yeah,
own, and
it
everyone
has.
who was involved in it has had to, patience was tested.
Learned. Tested. That's the
Tested.
right word.
Yeah. So, and you are this budding actor,
Yeah.
and you have to sit with this one film. And when you were signed on to it in 21 or 2020.
Yeah.
So for the past 5 years,
Yeah.
when you were shooting for films, that's okay. But when you weren't shooting, or when you weren't aware about the next call
Yeah.
sheet, or when you would be shooting
Absolutely.
for your next scene, what
Yeah.
would those gaps be like?
It's a very it puts a lot of stress on your mind, because this place is really scary, and it's not even about it. This management and these kind of people around you, they really scare you.
Yeah.
They scare you. They say that people are going to forget you. And I always feel like if it's so easy for people to forget me. Like, am I so easy to forget that, it's going to take just maybe 2 years of not having a release that you've forgotten me? Then okay, fine. So, but yeah, I think the industry really scares you. But I believe that sometimes you need to take a chance if you want to do something great. You need to take that chance. The result can be whatever. I hope this is in our favor. But you need to take that chance. You need to show the universe that, look, I am willing to take a bet, so give me that kind of, how do I say it, that kind of a reward, where it's worth taking a bet.
Now, this is you looking back after 5 years.
Yeah.
But when you were in
Yeah.
the midst of it,
Yeah.
when you were in the middle of it, how would you console yourself?
I have become very good at consoling myself, I think, because I've had to do that a lot. And I'm someone who doesn't share much. Like, I don't.
With anyone, even like best friends, like closest?
Not about
member?
work, no.
Okay.
Not about how I'm feeling about work. I would never share. I would
It would
just.
help you, right? To at least with maybe your best friend or.
I don't think so. I just feel like these are things that you need to deal with on your own. And I always used to ask myself, okay, today you're feeling like this. Okay, but why are you here? Why are you an actress? I would always, that inner child in me would be, the inner child that loves cinema would always pop up and be like, but I love movies. So that's why I'm here. I'm not here to be a template of these many films a year. This is my market value. This is my market position. People are going to forget you. You need to be on the top of people's head all the time. I'm not here to do that. I'm here because I love films. Just plain and simple. And making money, there are a lot of ways to make money. You can do shop openings, you have social media today, you have brand endorsements that you can do. That's a whole other topic,
That's
endorsements. But anyway, yeah, so my reason of being in films was very clear, and I worked really hard to get here. And then the second thought would be, what options do you have? Either you give up or you continue. And giving up is not an option, so continue.
Can you
So-
even imagine yourself doing something?
It's
Yeah.
very tough. I don't want to give this answer. I want to give a better answer. But no, but I know that if by chance I had to do something else, I think I would be good at whatever I was doing. But I can't see myself doing anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to all the other budding actors, that's not good advice. I think acting should always be your parallel option. You need to pursue what you're doing. You need to make a living earning. And if acting takes off, it takes off. But don't stop everything else to
Right.
get into this. It's not in your hands. You can be amazing and you can still never get a chance. Like,
Absolutely.
because I've auditioned with so many people in Bombay, and oh my god, there are some fantastic actors. I mean, I've been lucky enough to made it. I have worked hard, and I have my pros and cons. But there are some exceptionally talented actors and actresses who have not gotten any opportunities.
Very sad. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really based on how good you are. You know,
That's very cruel, to be very honest.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. So, but that's a fact, and that's how, life is not fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
And even I keep telling, like, the aspiring filmmakers or writers, they keep asking me, should I quit my job and try? I said,
No,
don't.
same here. I always tell them, do not quit your job, because you'll go into a very bad place. You need to be happy. You need to be in the vibration of, something happening every day. I mean, that's the opposite
Yeah.
of what I did, but
Why is it the opposite?
I mean, I did not continue with my further studies. I didn't
Oh,
go
right,
and apply.
right.
I gave up everything
So
else.
this is
and I-
wisdom talking in a way.
yeah. But luckily it worked out for me. But 99% it would not have worked out for me.
I've seen your Permit Room episode.
Okay.
So I know your favorite, in a way, your
Films?
favorite films. Which I
Yeah.
think you mentioned Rangastalam, you mentioned Bunty or Bubbly, you mentioned Interstellar, and Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Yeah, that's
so
my
quickly
go-to.
give me a reason, or like, I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
one-word answer or anything.
No, I
Why
love-
you like these 4 films?
Okay, so Ye Jawani Hai Diwani is my perfect Sunday film. When I'm having lunch or something, I'll just watch it and enjoy the scenes. I know the dialogues, I know the scenes, I know what's gonna happen. But it's just a feel-good film. I like that world. Rangastalam I love because that film surprised me a lot. Whether it was the actors' performances, everybody's in that film. Whether it was the story, it kept me intrigued and it really surprised me from time to time. So it left an impression in my head clearly, because I still remember the film after like 4-5 years. It left an impression on me. And Interstellar, because it kind of opened up a door in my mind where I felt like my thinking was so 3D. It opened up this window in my mind that, okay, there could be more than what you're looking at. So it helped in expanding my mind in a way. And Bunty or Bubbly, because so I used to watch that film every day.
Oh, as a child?
Yeah, and I am that kind of I used to watch the same film 2 times, 3 times a day for like a month. Very weird. So that's what I'm saying, obsessed with films growing up. Bunty or Bubbly was a very colorful, energetic, great songs, great BGM, great characterization. Because if you go back and see that film, maybe now it seems slow, but at that time, it was like so much energy and bright,
This reminds me of something like recently F1 released, right?
Yeah.
So suddenly people were talking about Tara Rampam.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I've seen that.
That
film.
was the film that you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah,
Bunty
yeah,
or-
yeah,
in
yeah.
Hindi, Tara Rampam was one
Was
film.
your go-to?
I had a DVD and I would watch it almost every day. So please give me some of your favorite films, TV shows.
There are so many. Okay, off late, obviously Game of Thrones, the OG. Friends, let me get these out of the way.
It's a hangout.
Yeah, Friends
series.
is like a morning, evening, night,
Comfort.
anytime comfort show. It's like that dal chawal, it's a very comfort show and it puts you in a good mood. You're not in a very heavy mood. But shows, there's this show I watched on Apple TV recently. It's called Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. Okay.
Yeah, that's quite nice. I liked Stranger Things
No, what
a
is Dark
lot.
Matter about?
It's about these parallel universes. So there's like a pathway, and there are multiple doors. So it's a futuristic kind of
Okay.
a parallel universe concept show, but it's really nice. Like I
Okay.
love the way it was shot and everything. Intriguing. Stranger Things, full of high moments. You know, the music, the visuals, the high moments, everything. Like I loved it. Obviously, the kids.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
who would expect this kind of a show with kids, right? Like.
And it's not exactly a kid-friendly show either.
It's not
Yeah.
exactly. So Stranger Things, I loved it. I didn't expect to like it because I'm very scared of like scary horror zone stuff, but I really loved it. Money Heist was a COVID,
Yeah, everyone.
that commercial COVID lockdown special,
watch. Yeah.
you know, emotion almost. Can I say Gossip Girl, or am I going to
You
get
can, why
judgment
not? Why
for
should you
saying
hesitate?
Gossip Girl?
Ah,
So I used to love Gossip Girl. I watched it many times. A very big reason for watching Gossip Girl is because of the clothes. Like they're
Okay.
so fashionable, and I just love their outfits and styling and everything. Ted Lasso was really nice.
Ted Lasso was.
Yeah, it's a feel
was
good.
fun, yeah.
There is this one more on Apple TV called Acapulco.
Okay.
It's a very sweet, very colorful, I think Mexican, Spanish, something like that. Very sweet show, like Ted Lasso vibe. Feel
Okay,
good.
Okay.
Feel good vibe. What else? Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
I've seen so
Every
many.
season of it?
Yeah, but some episodes are really nice. Some are like okay, not great, but some are fantastic.
The most realistic ones are
Mind-bending.
like the really scary ones.
Yeah, like this one really left an. There's about this couple. Have you seen the latest season?
The one with chip in
Correct.
brain. Oh my god, that was
really
scary.
good. And with the app, they're increasing the level of emotion they feel, and I feel like that could happen at some point.
No, that is it's possible, which is why it is very
Right?
scary.
And it's so scary. They keep upgrading the plan, so they have to keep paying more. And how he ends up paying for that, it was like a bit disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
Very disturbing,
Very-
right?
very
Yeah,
disturbing.
but really nice. Then I watched this show called Mouse recently. It's a Japanese show or something, I think, because I love murder mysteries. I love them. I could have been a detective, actually. If not an actor, probably a
Really?
detective.
Oh, nice.
I would have been a fantastic detective. Seriously.
Ah,
So yeah, Mouse was also really good. There are many more, but these are on the top of my head. Yeah.
superb. Now, just a couple of questions about
Mm-hmm.
obviously the Harihara Veeramallu. What's the difference between the way Krish Jagarlamudi directs as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
Jyoti Krishna?
So Krish sir and Jyoti sir are obviously they're very different. I feel like they've both contributed a lot to this film. Krish sir got me on board as Panchami, so I'll always have that gratitude for him. And Jyoti sir came in and he took the film on when we really needed someone like him to come in, and he added his own flavor and added to the pace of the film and the technicalities bit of the film. He made that kind of come together. And how do they direct? How is that different? Okay, well, a day.
I mean, to elaborate,
yeah.
please keep your. I don't want to like interrupt, or anything,
Yeah.
but this is a very weird scenario where an actor playing the same character in the same film is being directed by.
I know.
two
I think with
directors.
this film, I've experienced
Yeah.
quite a bit, 90% of the
Yeah.
things that there are too. No, so a day with Krish sir when you're performing would be, he's very particular. He wants you to do something a certain way, and he will obviously get that out of you because he gives a very good explanation before the scene, which is very important for an actor. And different things work for different actors. For me, somewhere, the lesser you tell me, the better. If you tell me too much, I get stuck. So anyway, so Krish, I think, is a very particular director and a very perfectionist kind of a director. With Jyoti sir, it is, he's a very non-judgmental director. You know, like when you're acting and when he's kind of watching your performance, somewhere you feel very comfortable. You feel like this person is not judging me, he's trying to help me. So you kind of want to take his input. Yeah.
So there have been what do you call, lot of changes and all. I mean, vision and the soul of the project must have remained intact. As far as your character was concerned, did it translate exactly as per Mr. Krish's initial vision, or were there any tweaks?
I think it did translate exactly as per Krish sir's vision. He was very clear on the essence of Panchami. Maybe we've as in the team, they've kind of added few things to
They
my
added, okay.
yeah, to my character, but the essence of the character is the same. Like the character doesn't change at all. Maybe the scenes, situations, small situations, but the character doesn't change.
Final question. Give me hype. Like
Hype?
inject hype. Yeah.
Inject hype.
Yeah. To watch Harihara Veeramallan.
I can I just be honest with you?
Please.
I feel like nowadays hype actually backfires. You know, it's I don't know if it's a positive thing, because that's what is backfiring for most of the films. Too much expectation is going to lead to disappointment. So I'm happy with the hype, because then there is scope for people to go and like the film, where they're not going with like, oh my god, this is like the world's best film on planet Earth, and you know, they're not going in with that. So they have space in their mind to like the film and appreciate it, because you cannot satisfy people who come with that level of hype. So if you're decently interested in the film, I'm happy. You know.
Superb. I wish we had more time, but
I know,
to
but we
close
should
it.
do this again. It was lovely talking to you.
Would love to.
And
love
we'll
to.
put out some good amount of time into this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the evening.
Thank
have
you, you
more
too.
interviews.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks.